Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of YouTube world, CJ Rose is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel, live and direct, live in effect. Make sure you subscribe to find out what's next. We are here. So, I just watched my first AEW pay-per-view, AEW Revolution. All in all, it's a really good pay-per-view. Was it the best pay-per-view I've seen? No. No. I can't really tell you what's the best pay-per-view I've ever seen, but this was a really good pay-per-view. It was. I only have but two problems with it. The first one is the main event ending was a botch, so that looked really bad and really embarrassing if you saw the main event. The second problem I have is what this video was about. AEW's big signing. A Hall of Fame worthy talent. And somebody that could change the game, right? The AEW signing was Christian Cage. Or Christian, if you want to be technical with it. Okay. Is Christian a Hall of Famer? Yes. Yes. If we want to be technical, Christian is a Hall of Famer. Yes. Is he going to change the game? No. No. I don't know what Tony expected or what he thought it would be or what he feels it's gonna be signing Christian. Don't get me wrong. Signing Christian to AEW, listen, I have no problem with that. You want to sign Christian? Cool. Because WWE clearly didn't want to. WWE clearly didn't want to put him on a contract because apparently they don't think he can go anymore. They apparently think he ain't shit anymore, which is fine. Fine. Let somebody else take that challenge. And AEW decided to do that. The thing I have and the problem I have is if you automatically think Christian is going to be the person that's going to make you take that next step forward, you are on crack. Because I don't really personally understand what you think signing Christian is supposed to do. Number one, this is an older guy on top of that. This is a veteran in the game already. So considering you put that big label on him, big signee, Hall of Fame worthy, you put all this on him already. Now you're already taking away a spot that could have gone to a much deserving younger talent. So probably they got to take a backseat now because you just decide to just label Christian as the guy that's going to get us over the hump. Tony, let me break down something for you, my guy. Do you know how many people have tried to take Vince or WWE period out of commission? WCW tried. ECW tried. TNA back in the day tried. Hell, UFC was supposed to be their competition. Do you know all four of those? Do you want to know where all four of those companies are? Two of them are now owned by Vince McMahon. One of them hasn't been the same since, even though I think they're putting decent content these days, but it ain't like it used to be back in the day. And UFC is just UFC. They may have been competition in a sense, but they can't. You can't mix the two. Two different things. The point is, if you're trying to take Vince McMahon, if you're trying to take WWE out, you need to do better than Christian. You need to do better than Christian. And this is not a slander on Christian, not at all. It is not a slander on him. It's just the fact that you have been labeled as the guy, like the guy. You know what I'm saying? You have been labeled as the one piece that supposedly was missing to put AEW over the hump. You can't, bro. He's 47 years old. He's almost 50. What the hell is a almost 50-year-old man going to do for a company that, quite frankly, has young talent in it, has good talent in it, has some of the best wrestlers in the world? What the hell is Christian going to provide? The only thing Christian could provide is experience. That's all he can provide. Nothing else. Because here's the problem here. If you really sit here and think about all the people that have signed to AEW over pretty much their existence, a lot of them were former WWE wrestlers. A grand amount of them are former wrestlers. Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, Pac, Matt Hardy. Who else? Matt Sydal, Miro. Who else? Sting, Taz. Who else? Jim Ross. You get me? Like these are all 9 big names. Like these are 9 notable names. I want to name one more to make 10. Who was on WWE before? Oh, Paul White. 10 names. 10 names. And they were big in WWE at the time. These were notable names. Especially Jim Ross, who's a Hall of Famer. Chris Jericho should be in the Hall of Fame. Jon Moxley, who should have been WWE, one of WWE's best. You know what I'm saying? Like names like that, like all these names, like just these couple of names I named. These were all people who worked for that company and left because you gave them the opportunity that you think WWE never gave them. And while I understand that, bro, you just look like a guy that's just picking up the scraps. You look like how WCW looked and how TNA looked back in the day. Just signing people that are just disgruntled and frustrated with WWE. Either disgruntled or frustrated, or you just give them more money. Like, it's just, come on, bro. Because it's sad enough. You kind of have, I can't say you have AEW names, branded people. Not like how WWE is, right? Like when you think of WWE, you think of The Rock, you know, you think of Undertaker, you think of John Cena, hell, you think about Roman Reigns. These are 4 examples of names that WWE grew by themselves. Like, granted, Undertaker wrestled in WCW, but not many people knew that. And not many people knew his name. But it wasn't until he got that Undertaker name that his career blew up to where it is now. The Rock, John Cena, Roman Reigns, WWE is their first and only home. And they grew into what they are today. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so with AEW, I'm not sure if you really have that, because a lot of people that you have are indie scene wrestlers. But a good amount of them are young. Again, MJF is what, only 23? That man has so much upside. Sammy Guevara's in his 20s. I think Darby Allin's in his 20s. Bro, you got a lot of talent. Continue to build what you have. Stop sitting there. Just stop sitting on the bench waiting for this WWE bus to keep passing by every month or two and just picking up what's left. You gotta stop doing that, dog. And Christian is the perfect example, because when we saw Christian at the Royal Rumble, we automatically thought he was back. in WWE. Oh, he's about to be on WrestleMania. Oh, he's about to have a comeback story like Edge. We all thought that. The world thought that. But after Royal Rumble, Christian's name was never mentioned. Nobody put him in anything. He never came back for another match. So that literally was a one-off, but we never expected him to sign until Paul White spurted out. We got a Hall of Fame name, a person that can change the game. We had a big signee since Sunday. So it's like, I don't know. Now, a couple other names, CM Punk and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar pretty much making his name as a WWE stan himself. But Brock Lesnar was never going to come because, number one, Vince was going to fight tooth and nail for him to stay WWE. That's number one. Number two, I don't see Brock ever going anywhere without Paul Heyman because Brock needs a manager. Brock needs a mouthpiece. Bro, Brock cannot cut a promo. I mean, he could give you something. He could probably give you something raw and uncut, but I don't see him. He needs a manager, bro. He can't. I don't see him promoing every 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I don't think it was going to be Brock. With Punk, it could have been. Makes sense. The story writes itself. I mean, technically with Brock, it writes itself. The story writes itself too. Both of those have stories that can write those own selves with them just stepping into that ring. So you need somebody of that caliber, but there's not that many people. I heard Kurt Angle. It doesn't make sense because what does Kurt Angle have left? RVD, the same thing. I don't know what RVD can have left. But Kurt Angle's a Hall of Famer already, so he's not Hall of Fame worthy. He's already a Hall of Famer. RVD is Hall of Fame worthy, but he's not the person that's going to bring him over the hump. You see, you need somebody that was going to, if you add that piece, we go, okay, he's the guy that's going to take us to where we need to be. Christian at 47 years old cannot do that. Will Christian have good matches? I believe so. I think Christian will have some hella great matches. I think Christian was one of WWE's workhorses. That's a definite. I believe that. But that was almost 20 years ago. Maybe a little less than that. About 15 years ago. No. It's been a long time. Okay, it's been a long time. The point is, you see what Edge is doing in WWE right now. Edge came back after 9 years, but he hasn't brought enough attention to WWE where everybody's sitting there saying, oh my God, I'm watching WWE because of Edge. Nobody's watching WWE because of Edge. Nobody's doing that. Who's really sitting there watching WWE because of Edge? Edge is barely on TV as it is. So you can't be watching him because you can't be watching it because of him. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he's in the main event of WrestleMania. Not many people want to see that match. Because number one, either you think Edge is gonna win, which I feel like WWE's gonna do. Just to have that story of 10 years without 10 years after relinquishing the title, he gets it back literally the same date, the 10-year anniversary. Either that or I don't know. I don't know what they're doing right now. WWE is in shambles. That's how much I don't even know what to say about WWE. They're in shambles to the point where this is actually a great time to get after WWE. They don't even have plans for the biggest show of the year. They only have 2 confirmed matches. That's it. That's it. Two matches confirmed for a 2-night event, which I think both events will have a good 7 to 8 matches each. So that's 14 to 16 matches entirely. They don't have no plans. This was the perfect time. This is the perfect time to get at WWE. Signing Christian was not the way to go. It was not the way to go. It was a good signing. But if you trying to go big, that's not the way to go, bro. It's not. It's not at all. Because all Christian really can do at this point in time is to elevate young talent. That's all he can do. Because I think physically, that's all he could muster at this point. That's all he can do. I don't know. I'm beyond on the fence with this shit because I don't really understand what we're doing here. Why are we here? Why am I sitting here talking about Christian? I mean, I was going to talk about whoever it was if I knew them. If I knew their career, I was going to sit here and talk about them. In a high spirit, low spirit, whichever spirit made me feel. If it was Kurt Angle, would have talked to him in a very low spirit because I don't understand why he's in here. If it was RVD, I probably would talk to him in a low spirit. If it was CM Punk, I would talk to him in a high spirit. Brock Lesnar, high spirit. You see the names, you see the difference? Because those two names make sense. The other two don't. Because they don't move your company to where you want it to be. They only just take away a position for a much deserving younger talent. And that's what I feel Christian's gonna do. Just take away a position for a younger talent that probably deserves it. I don't know. Because the sad reality is, since this is your big signing, since Christian is your big signing, chances are he's gonna get an AEW title match later this year. When? I don't know. Probably on a Dynamite. Because it can't be at a pay-per-view. So it has to be on a Dynamite. And once that happens, then it's like, what are we doing? I mean, Grant, I think Christian's great. Christian's great. He can cut a promo. He can wrestle a damn good match. I just don't know what he will be in 2021. Mind you, it's been since 2014 since he had his last match. So what exactly can Christian bring to the table in 2021? We see what Edge brings. Not much. Maybe more passion than anything. But Christian, we don't know. Because last we saw Christian was I just need one more match type of guy. What is Christian going to be here? Like, apparently he's going to be the guy to outwork everybody. Let me explain something to you. If Christian comes in to AEW and outworks everybody, I'm going to have a very large problem. Because not only is Tony Khan putting pretty much almost his whole stock in this one signing, but now you're telling me that a 47-year-old man could outwork people who are 10 to 15 years younger than him? That's what we're saying? That's what we're saying? Listen, Chris Jericho is 50, but he ain't outworking anybody. He ain't outworking anybody. So I'm confused as to why Christian is here. But you know what? I think I'm putting the cart before the horse. I think I'm doing it. I believe I'm putting the cart before the horse. So you know what? I'm gonna slow down. I'm not gonna jump the line. I'm not gonna do that. I'll just sit here and wait and see what type of thing we see. I think Christian should be there just to elevate talent. I don't think it should be the big signee that changes the world. No, because he can't. I don't believe he can. But I believe he can damn sure still go. I believe that. You mean tell me Chris Jericho at 50 plus can still go? And if you tell me Ken Shamrock at 54 can still go, then believe me, I believe Christian at 47 can still go. Trust and believe. We'll see what happens and we'll see what goes down. But until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love support. As always, you already know what time it is. Subscribe for more. We here. We here till we ain't here no more. Hopefully we here for a long time. But until next time, peace, love, want it. You heard?